what really prompted you to get into starting your own venture?
Was in Dubai I lost my job in Jan 2023. Time when I seen men looking at me, अरे बेचारी है, and trying to take advantage in the name of favor. I actually had nightmares.
Once you became a mother, did it give you different sort of strength to say, hey, you know what, I have to fight for my kids?
Motherhood alone. I'd be a rebel, but marriage and motherhood changed me. I saw your smiling face and I saw that I got the fatherhood hit in me. I want to dedicate my life. This is life. Where am I running behind all these material things? Why?
Sheena had to write a will of life, what it would look like. What are some of the things Sheena wants her legacy to be? How she wants to be remembered? Hello and welcome once again. This is part 2 of our amazing conversation with Sheena. And now that we have Sheena back with us, we were just having a fun discussion around why she is someone, despite her position in terms of her career, despite having achieved so much, why she's so humble, why she's someone who's always reply and respond to people. If someone is trying to reach out, why she's so helpful. We're just talking about that. Sheena, what is your take? Why are you someone who still wants to respond to people? The reason I'm asking is the first time I remember reaching out to you, asking you for help of working with one of the company, you replied. Even if it was late in the night, you made it a point that the next day you replied. But there are so many people I know, they don't bother. They don't even reply. But why do you choose to be like this?
By coincidence, Maridas, one of my friends just met me from India. He's just here, and I was getting a call. So he said, it's an unknown call. Why are you picking it up? I said, I pick all calls. And I replied to all messages because I don't like to be ignored. First and foremost, I don't like to be ignored. So I would never want anyone else to be ignored. Even if it is a call center call, or even if it is something who's selling me a mediclaim which I don't want to, or bank calls. There's no harm in picking the call and humbly refusing it all. And you never know who's calling you. You never know. So not responding to calls or not responding to messages not me. I will respond to every call. Even if there is a missed call, I will always return it back. In fact, my colleagues also have told, and my kids also tell me, don't be so easily available. People will disrespect you. People will not respect you. But I have chosen to be what I am. I choose to be humble. I choose to be available. I'm okay with people taking me for granted. I know whoever takes me for granted has lost me. See, when you do something wrong, you're definitely going to lose it. But people who benefit out of me, they are accepting me the way I am and wholeheartedly. And whenever I say something, they know that ये दिल से आया है. She's not faking because I don't have two faces. I am what I am. You see what you get. You get what you see. That's it. As simple as that. झूठ बोलना तो मुझे आता ही नहीं है और मूवी है always resonates with me. I seen this movie of Govinda का Govinda and sushmitasen in that. पिक्चर का नाम तो मुझे याद नहीं है because I'm not very good at remembering names and all. Sushmita and Govinda is the star in it, and Govinda is acting like he's a lawyer or vakil or he keeps telling lies. He always tells lies.
I think that movie is called क्योंकि मैं झूठ नहीं बोलता.
उसमें उसका his child when he is his birthday he asks a wish that my father should not lie, and even if he wants to lie, truth used to come out. तो मेरा भी ऐसे ही थी, समझे सर कि किसी ने तो भी मेरे पे कुछ स्पेल किया हुआ है. How much we try, I can only speak the truth, but I'm not like those people who are harsh in truth. अगर मेरे को किसी को hurt करना है, I don't remember being humiliating to anybody or say something which will hurt them. However, is truth. I say the truth in a way which doesn't sound harsh. बहुत सोचती हूँ बोलने से पहले कि लेकिन मुझे झूठ बोलना आता है. So I don't know how to fabricate it or put a filter.
Not even sugarcoat it.
Sugarcoat करती हूँ in a right way. Not much.
Make
it
it
doesn't
subtle.
sound like a must. I make it a little subtle. If I have to say you don't look nice, I better not say that. Because it's an opinion that I have. But if somebody is asking me, does it suit me? If you want to own something else, probably it will suit you. If you wear with a different combination, it will suit you. Then I follow it up. I may say it to my sons and all, but I would definitely not say it to somebody whom I'm very sensitive about. If
Hmm.
I tell to my son, I know I can hold up him and hug it and say, I'm so sorry, beta, if I have hurt you. And there's no harm in saying a sorry,
Hmm.
even to your kids.
So
Everybody likes it.
what I'm listening from all this is, I totally agree with, I in fact also respect you for the fact that you answer calls, even if you know it's going to be like from a customer service, for example. Quite interesting. About 15 years ago, when I started my career into BPO, I didn't like people calling me to sell credit cards. I didn't like people trying to sell me insurance. But when I started actually working in the BPO industry, and I realized, hey, when you call someone and the customer is not talking to you nicely, it really hurts. Uh, because then, the call is recorded for quality and monitoring purposes. And there is someone, maybe in certain cases, two or three people, who listen to everything that you said, could have said better, and they give you feedback. Sometimes the feedback are not. It taught me to be humble, to the point that there was this incident where one of the person was calling me to sell an loan, personal loan. I had no requirement, but in that moment I gave him a good rating, and on the call itself I suggested, hey, you know what, I also work in the BPO industry, this is what I would prefer you do, it will help you with your CSAT and things like that. And it worked because you are such a person, and always helping. Is it because something like this happened to you in your career that you decided, hey, you know what, I want to be someone who is available, even if people take me for granted, okay, but I will be like this? Or was it something that you were always this way?
No, no, I wasn't this way throughout my life. So I'll just go through my entire journey.
Hmm.
See, there is always something which is an up and down. There
Hmm.
is always a new version of you
Hmm.
coming in. I remember as a kid, uh, my personality was very, very demanding, very stubborn. I was very curious. I told you I was very curious.
Hmm.
And I was literally बोलते ना हिंदी में जो बोलते हैं ना भागी,
Hmm. Hmm.
revolting against everything. क्यों
Rebel,
नहीं
yeah.
करने का?
Hmm.
मैं लड़की है तो क्यों नहीं करने का? Why I should not wear pants? Why I should not leave my hair? So like I used to be a rebel, but marriage and motherhood changed me completely. In fact, I give a lot of credit to my marriage. Marriage has actually taught me the value of life.
Hmm.
There is so much that you need to do when you are married. That stubbornness, because my husband was very strict. So I have faced physical abuses also. And I used to fear him so much that I started, there was no stubbornness, there was no my choice, no voice of mine. I started becoming calmer in life.
Hmm.
Started when I had my first child. I don't know how much you will believe this, but before I married, I was like a tomboy. I used to tease boys.
Hmm.
I used to also give bad words. I started working on my language. The
Hmm.
first day when I had my child in my hand, I said I cannot be so rowdy. I started forgetting what is bad words. I
Hmm.
started throwing it away from my dictionary. Then I started becoming so humble that now I don't even know how to give bad words. Now, if I have to give bad words, it really sounds very bad.
One thing that I
Mother.
was talking to even one of the other guests is, you are just a girl or a woman, even if you're married, but a child gives birth to a mother. That was the same statement. A child gives birth to a mother, and I think motherhood is such a beautiful feeling, responsibility, that sometimes I wonder that God said, hey, you know what? We want to send soul into this world, but it will only happen through a woman. And women have so much of power. Today we talk a lot about women empowerment, giving them equal pay, giving them equal opportunities. But I know this was not the same maybe a couple of years ago or a decade ago. And you are an example that despite all odds, you said, hey, you know what, I'm going to take care of myself, of my people. Was it because of the motherhood in you? Once you became a mother, did it give you different sort of strength to say, hey, you know what, I have to fight for my kids?
Correct you here, little Maridas. So it's not motherhood alone. I say it's parenthood. All my friends, whoever have kids, first, especially the first kid, when it's their child's birthday, I wish the parents, say, happy birthday, Papa, happy birthday, Mama.
Yes.
You are the first. And many a time, a lot of people are surprised. Arey, it's not my birthday, it's my kid's birthday. So I said,
Hmm.
no, you became a papa today.
Beautiful.
So a papa was born. You became a mother today, so a mother was born. Going back to my childhood, my father was such a wonderful individual. I have seen him as a giver, person who I've always learned from him. And when people tell me I'm like my father, I feel proud. And I'll give you this one story which you're talking about motherhood. My father changed after I was born. My father was a drunkard, irresponsible, and I'm the third child. Huh? My mother had suffered a lot till I was born. When I was born, I think I was few months, and my dad met with an accident. He was hospitalized. This is his version, not I would not know. So this is
Mm.
his version. And that day when mom carried me in one hand and she had a tiffin in the other hand and had gone to visit my father said, I saw your smiling face and I saw that I got the fatherhood hit in me. I want to dedicate my life. This is life. Where am I running behind all these material things? Why am I spoiling myself? From that day, he quit drinking until his last day he has never touched. For him, I was his life. He said, he used to tell me that you gave me life. You gave me a new life.
Mm.
Seeing your face, I realized that here is happiness. This is his
Wow.
quoted, and that's in his Hindi language. It's not an English language. So he spoke to me in Hindi at that time. शक्कर ना he said, शक्कर देख के मैंने पूरा जिंदगी मेरा चेंज कर दिया करके. And even when he was bedridden, was in the hospital. And first time when we realized that he had cancer, he was in the ICU. The entire people was in the hospital, and only people were not allowed to go in the ICU. So from that little hole, I just peeped in,
15, yeah.
and the smile and the charm that came into my father's face. He pointed out sitting on the bed. So in Malayalam, it's called Kallipinne, mischievous girl. See
Mm.
that girl has come in. He got life where doctor had told that he has this is his last few days. Just wait and watch. I gave him life again. He had the knee, and after that, when doctor had said now is the last final day, he survived for 2 years. That's a
Mm.
different story. How he survived, what I did, and everything. That's a different story. And that the connection is not only motherhood, also fatherhood.
Mm.
Fathers also equally go through a journey. They also sacrifice their entire life to give life to their family. Motherhood is always given importance. Fatherhood is ignored many a time, but I feel they are equally important. Only that physically they couldn't bear the child, but there are a lot of other factors which go through. Even they go through physical changes. A man becomes like a boy becomes a man after fatherhood. Complete life changes. Their responsibility changes. They can
So true.
never be irresponsible like before. Give both of them equal credit.
For sure.
And if
Mm.
God has designed, they have designed each of them with each their different strengths. And I have three sons, Ida, so I would equally want them also to get the credit when they.
Absolutely. Yeah. So anyone who's watching and possibly is a mother or a father, hats off to you for being such an amazing person. I know,
And just
as
to
Sheena was
add
saying,
to one more
yeah.
thing, just to add to a lot of people who are single parents,
Mm.
just to add this little info, husbands and wives can separate, but
Mm.
parents can never.
Wow.
So
Beautiful.
please don't get into the fight of saying that I will keep the child or you are not having no rights to keep the child. My kids are always been with me because I was the only one who was financially taking care of
Mm.
everything.
Mm.
Neither never did my husband also fight for my kids.
Mm.
So I'm blessed that he didn't fight, but I've never stopped my three kids from
Mm.
meeting them. Feel they have all right to know their father, and they have. I cannot take away the blessings that they have as father.
Mm.
They should get the contribution, emotional contribution of their father.
Wow.
Don't when I see, I feel bad when parents are only one day you have to come and meet. You have the rights to meet the person. I only have this hour to this hour. It really,
Mm.
I mean, I emotionally drown when all these things happen. And why should, when you are educated, when you can physically do a lot of things, why depend on finance also? So this is one message to all the females who keep fighting for alimony. I have never done that. I've never fought for any money from my husband. God bless him. He's a nice human being. We two people couldn't get along. Maybe the difference of culture, maybe the difference of education, my thought process towards his thought process, or probably there was lack of love, but never burn anything or never judge anybody because you want a separate life.
I mean, that's deep conversation. Didn't expect us to be talking about this, but thank you. I think anyone who's watching and if they are going through this sort of phase, they should definitely take your advice. So in marriages, two people can be separate, but parenthood should not be separated. That's one core message. Okay, here's an interesting thing, Sheena. You were talking in the previous session that there's someone who's possibly writing a book about your story. If you had to write a book of your own about your story, what it would be called, or what would you want it to be called?
Anything and everything you do is a choice. Today, if I am sitting with you, it's my choice to accept it and it's my choice to speak it in my face. So life is a choice. Whatever you do, you choose to be what you want to be. This is my personal
My choice. It's my choice.
book title would be My Choice.
It's my
I
choice.
choose.
Sheena. Quite interesting, and I would love to, if ever you think that, hey, you know what, maybe I need to put down like all this a story into a book. We'll be more than happy. I would also buy your book for sure. We'll also promote it. You were talking about your journey, your corporate journey. So we spoke till the time someone saw that potential in you as an HR and say, hey, you know what, you should possibly get into HR. But then now that I know you, in fact, the reason that I got to know you is because you were also co-founder for Flamingo Infinite. How did that happen? Or possibly why did you even start your own venture? Because I understand that, as you were growing up the rank, life would have been decent. You had kids, steady income, and I know entrepreneurship is not easy. Doing your own venture, sometimes when there are clients and everything is good, you get decent, but then taking care of kids also, taking care of yourself, and building a future, especially with entrepreneurship, not very common, especially for women leaders in India, very few. So, what really prompted you to get into starting your own venture?
Very real here, and I don't want any filtration or fabrication. After losing my job in 2023, I was a group CHRO with TriStar and UAE based company, and it was an MNC. I lost the job, and at an age where companies don't even shortlist your profile, I struggled to get a job. Saw people avoiding me because they don't want to say a no, or maybe there would be some reasons better known to them. I saw them. I also saw my team members changing tones. I was in Dubai from. I lost my job in Jan 2023. Until June 2023, I was in Dubai and I was looking out, searching out. That was a time when I had seen men looking at me as a bechari hai and trying to take advantage in the name of favors. I actually had nightmares and my profiles were not getting shortlisted. I was alone in a foreign country with no one to call my own. I went back to India. The moment I was in India, I got a feeling of belonging and ready to help. My first client who got in touch with me was a very old associate. He gave me the power of confidence back. And if you don't mind, I use this forum to thank him from my heart. His name is Ajit. Ajit, I'm really thankful to you for believing in me and trusting me with your company many times. And I am still working with Ajit as a fractional HR. And I have blessings of many friends. One is Ashok. I cannot, it would be incomplete if I don't take his name. I call him my secret Santa. Love you, Ashok. And thanks for being such a wonderful part of my life. Ashok introduced me to Adarsh. He's the founder and the CEO of Flamingo.
Yes.
So he introduced me with an intention to have some potential business because at that time, as soon as I had come in India, I started working with Ajit and I opened my own company called SR Global. And at that time, when I met Adarsh, I met in an IOD meeting. I had a simple conversation and that conversation became so fruitful. For 3 hours, we had good communication, and he sold his dream to me. And, I call him Sapno ka Saudagar. He sold his dream to me, and we joined. When I joined hands with him as a co-founder and a group CHRO. But that didn't turn out to be the way I dreamt. I was there with them from December 2023 to March 2023. Not March, sorry, May.
Mm.
May 2023. No, Noah, it is not finance, or that I believe in, not that I don't believe in the vision of the company. I truly believe in their vision, and I bless, and I'm still a co-founder for them. So I'm not out of the company. I still have
Mm.
my stakes with them. So I still believe in that vision, and I will help Flamingo grow to grow and help them grow in whatever little capacity I have. I will still do it. But I started my venture because I saw a gap. I saw a gap in how human potentials were being nurtured. I didn't want to be just another consultant.
Mm.
I wanted to co-create journeys with businesses, with individuals, with leaders. I wanted to help as many as people I want. Giving was something which I wanted to do, and I felt I was choked and I couldn't do that. So this journey that I embarked, typically called the entrepreneurship, gave me that space to align the purpose.
Mm.
My purpose with practice, heart with strategy. Believe me, it's chaotic, it's
Mm.
messy, unpredictable, but it's magical. And I won't trade it for anything.
Wow, that's quite a journey that you have. Roller coaster. But I love the fact that there was this one person who said, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to work with you." And I think there's really just one person. If we have that one person, new doors are opening up, new opportunities come, and life turn. Life changes overnight because you have meaningful conversation. And I'm very happy that we two are having a meaningful conversation. Here's an interesting question. Maybe if, say, for example, you lost everything that you've achieved over all this year, all the titles, all the honor. But you had your knowledge, your experience, and you're someone who's just starting out in the HR field. How would you start, and what are two, three things possibly you would suggest that anyone who's looking to make a career in HR should do right now?
Let me relate it to a topic. When I was having a heated discussion and when things were not, I would not blame, I would not want to take the person's name because it's a public forum. He told these little things to the person who was that you can destroy me. You can actually currently destroy me, take away everything that I have from me. But trust me, even if I am down the ground, I have so much of confidence that I can break everything and still come up and still start from zero. From negative, I can start. I have confidence that I have never done anything bad to anybody. I have my brain, my head on the shoulder. I still have my hands, I still have my legs, still have my physical strength with me. And whatever experiences I've had, what I've learned through my career, it's not going to go waste. I don't blame anybody, but I will not give anybody the credit to spoil my career. I cannot give anybody that credit. See, you are so powerful enough that you can take away everything from me. I will never allow anybody to do that to me. My confidence is my built confidence. What I do is my choice. They have told me also, don't laugh so much. Don't be so easily available. People will take you for granted. My work speaks louder than my behavior. My results speak so loud that my laughter and my everything gets advice. I'm not anyone big either, but somebody, even if it's my child. So a mother is always speaks good for the kid, right? Always thinks good for the kid. That's what everybody assumes or everybody wants to believe it. Even if it is my child, I will tell them, take the journey the way it is. You have your roller coaster. Go with an open mind. Don't script anything. Because life is not scripted. Today also, when I have ventured into a entrepreneurial journey, it's an unknown road. It's something which I've got into an unknown. I really have no idea what is going to be tomorrow. I'm just going with the flow. I'm going with something my gut has told me to.
Interesting.
Follow what your mind says.
I have the last question that I have for you, and for anyone who's possibly watched few of the previous episodes of Coachee Daddy, they know what we're talking about. And this is slightly a deeper conversation, but a meaningful one, something more of an introspection. So, for those people who are watching, and if this is the first time in Sheena for you, so I had this one coach, just like you had someone in your life. I had this one person. His name is Pradeep Varpe. For me, he's my coach, mentor, guru, helped me to become the person I am today. That 45 minutes of conversation changed my life for better. Interestingly, what happened is I said, hey, you know what? To honor him, especially last year when we were celebrating Guru Purnima, I said, this is my Guru Dakshina. So I said, I'm going to write a book and I'm going to name it after you. So his last name is Varpe. And when I spoke to him, he said, okay, let's make it Warped. which is what. So it makes a lot of sense. So, but the first W there is for writing your will. So this is your ultimate goal of life. This is a lot of people will do short-term goals, long-term goals, 5-year goals, but I suggest do goals which is towards the end of life. If I know that maybe I have only 1 year to live, and I had to give something for my family. I have to give something for my colleague, for my employees, for my friends, for anyone who's my loved one, or possibly just give back to the society. What are some of the things I would like to give? And I suggest writing it down. So I call it writing the will of life. So here's that question. If Sheena had to write a will of life, what it would look like? What are some of the things Sheena wants her legacy to be? How she wants to be remembered?
This is something which has really touched my heart. And always when I think, I always wanted somebody to ask me this question. I want to be remembered as someone who had a pure heart, always cheerful, who had made people feel seen, not just heard, but truly seen. My soul's will keep showing up for yourself and others,
Hmm.
create beauty even in brokenness, lead it with love, and never forget you were born to leave the world a little better than you found it.
Wow, that is beautiful. In fact, that reminds me. And by the way, it's a very beautiful thing that you want to be remembered for. When I was young, my father used to tell me, said, बेटा लाइफ जो भी मिले चीज जगह पे इंसान जब आप छोड़ कर जाओ ना बेहतर होना चाहिए. When I was a kid, obviously it didn't make sense to me. But today I'm at that stage in life where my father is not with me anymore. But whenever I think about what he said, this has become purpose of life. So I look at the thing which is maybe the podcast, maybe the work that I'm doing, the people in my life, and this earth, this planet. How can I make it better? If I can make it better, I am living with purpose.
Add to an example so that because what your father said relates to what exactly I'm thinking. Today I'm staying in my friend's house, okay, in UAE. I'm staying it only for 15 days and this house is going to go off. This is the last day of his rental and all. So I was getting this chance. But when I came in, I saw the house a little messy. I saw that there are a lot of things which are not clean. I don't know, somehow I have a feeling that when I leave a place, it I मेरा छाप दिखना चाहिए.
Yes,
If
yes.
it is for 15 days, I take the pain for the house to look can stand. Though it doesn't, and it was more. If it doesn't belong to me, I have to take care of it much more than mine. My
Right.
house, I may keep it a little messy, but somebody has given me any little small property or money or anything, I take care of it as my life.
Wow, beautiful. And I'm very happy that we had that conversation, and it turned out to be such deep conversation because I think sometimes a lot of people may not realize, but the life that we have is given by God. We are here only for a short duration. How are we making impact in people's life? That is all that people are going to remember. As you rightly said, if I have a pure heart, I make people, make them feel that yes, they are seen, create beauty in brokenness. I think that is amazing. Your vision, how you want to be remembered, is amazing. I had an amazing time speaking with you. I'll be more than happy, that through this, maybe a lot of people take inspiration to be like you, to keep learning, to keep creating, and just connect with you. In case, by the way, I know that many of people after this might want to reach out to you. How do they reach out?
Okay, first and foremost, let me thank everybody for listening. Whoever will have come in, I am grateful for your time and attention. And if anything resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. You can connect me on LinkedIn. You can connect me on Instagram. In fact, I have an email address also, which is Sheena at srglobalhr.com. You can connect me through my email address. And if you're on your journey of your own, you need someone to walk a few steps with you, my virtual door is open for you.
Wow, that
And I
is
love to help anybody and everyone.
such a beautiful invitation, and I know that you are someone who actually does help. Thank you, Sheena, for taking the time to actually come onto the podcast. And for all the subscribers, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Stay tuned because I am sure that you would love to hear more about Sheena's journey, about her challenges, more things. In fact, her book, possibly when she is writing, and maybe learn a lot of things as she's building a great organization. I know you want to listen to it, so we would in the future obviously get Sheena once again for the podcast. But until then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for listening to And thank you, Sheena, once again for taking the
Thank
time
you so
to
much.
come on to this platform.
Thank you for inviting. Thank you so much.
Thank you.